So here is my thoughts on the Canon R7 so far. So the reason why I got this was to upgrade my current camera, which was the Canon 1300D, and I also want to experiment and explore my skills and get a new feeling of the new technology in terms of cameras and the AI and stuff like that, which I have been mind blown in terms of this camera because at the moment I got it, the R8 came out like a month or two ago, like a month or two later. I was gonna get that, but I'm like, I can't wait. I need to get the R7, which I'm renting. I don't have it fully, but in terms of I got the body and also the lens, which is the 18 to 150, which is quite a good lens and quite a good range as well for a kit lens as well. So yeah, no, it's quite a good lens. It's also pretty user friendly that you want in a camera. So it's got a touch screen. The screen can actually flip around, and also you can actually see yourself if you're recording like what I am right now. And also it's not full frame. It's also not full frame. It is crop censored. Just be wary of that as well, because I was wary of that, and I couldn't really care less. Because if it's a camera, if it's got a sensor and it's good, I'll get it. If it's newish, I'll get it anyways. But it's also mirrorless, so just it's quite a good one as well. So it's mirrorless as well. The touchscreen is probably the best thing that I've experienced so far in terms of for its use. You can actually, it's touch, well, I've already said it's touchscreen, but you can adjust your ISO, your aperture, and your shutter speed and whatnot. You can actually switch from manual focus to autofocus in the screen as well, or either in the front of the camera as well. And also it will have like a histogram of how much light and darkness there is as well. And you can also change your movie size. You can also have its portrait mode and stuff like that as well, which is quite good. And it's also got a wheel up the top of what you want. So right now I'm in manual focus because I want to have everything. I want to have control over the camera, but if you want to use its own other features, then you can go for it. But right now I'm using manual, and right now it's detecting my eye because I've got it set on people rather than animals or cars, because I'm not an animal or a car, because I'm a person. So there's that too. But those are types of settings that you can have if you are in an environment where there's multiple cars or stuff like that, which is quite cool. I think for terms of the touchscreen and the camera as well, it has improved my knowledge more than my photo. I already knew about the photos and stuff like that, because I know my settings and stuff. But for video, I learned a lot of things from this, which is quite cool. It changed my overall experience for video and recording and stuff like that, because for me, recording on my phone wasn't really that great for this, but for this it's just changed my mind in terms of that, because I like recording, I like taking photos, I like to do everything and stuff like that, and it's just like the video quality on this is amazing. It was a bit difficult to try and import most of the stuff on my computer and stuff like that, but that's completely fine. In terms of that, it's just changed everything. Especially that I have a tripod where I can actually adjust towards portrait or just landscape, which is the tripod I'm using right now, and also flipping around the screen for recording and stuff, which is just the most helpful thing. And also a plus because I'm using a Rode mic, because my other camera didn't have the size to plug it in or whatever, so I was like, well, that's a waste of $90. But now I can actually use it, and so it's a plus for me, and I'm enjoying the experience so far. And also one thing to mention of this camera, of its kit lens, it can only go up to 3.5 aperture. So for me, I'm actually taking photos for some bands in music, in the music industry. So basically there's gonna be a lot of low lights, which this camera has a bit of issues with low light. So its aperture, its ISO, if you go up to a high ISO there will be noise obviously, but for terms of there's a lot of people who actually did have an issue in terms of the ISO and high ISO and stuff like that, because it was just noisy as, and the aperture as well, which wasn't great in terms of that, and also towards those type of conditions, because obviously those type of conditions can be very harsh in terms of photos and stuff, because you've added so much, you have to reduce the noise and stuff, and then the color noise and all that type of stuff, which is not great. but it's one thing that I've only struggled in so far, just low light. But in terms of that, I absolutely love it. Besides that, just be aware of, you know, of what type of environment you're in and stuff like that. So yeah, besides that, I would have gotten the Canon R8, but it was only like 2 months after I got the Canon R7 towards renting as well. But so far I'm enjoying the R7 experience, and also just be aware again, it is crop censored, not full frame. So if you want to get the Canon R7, which is, I think it's full frame, I'm not too sure, I haven't really looked at it that much. I've looked at the camera overall, just not the actual like knowledge in terms of the product and stuff. I just know it's out. So yeah, just be wary. The autofocus and manual is quite good as well. Manual focus that will have a setting where you can actually have where you can actually display how many meters or how far you are and stuff like that, which is quite cool. And it can, you know, also be very good for you know, your close-ups and stuff like that, which I did for one video where I was looking at the Kalou pool sign, and I was, you know, adjusting the adjusting on the lens, which is on the top of it. You can actually adjust the wheel of it, and it will actually make sure to, you know, make sure that your focus or whatever subject that you're using and stuff like that. And also the flip screen as well was also great in terms of you know, adjusting yourself. If you're squatting down, you can actually flip it around and, you know, actually bent the screen over and stuff like that, which is quite cool. I think that's I think it's a plus, rather than having like a screen that's just on the camera, because those are just awful. So yeah, anyways, that'll be it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys do get something out of this. Please let me know of what other cameras you would like me to experiment, and please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please like and subscribe as well. So I'll see you guys in the next one.